Hello, my name is James Woodcock from jameswoodcock.co.uk, and today Jeremy Hague from Netralia is here on my very first video interview to tell us all about Vodburner for Skype, which I'm using to record this interview right now. But before we talk about this new software, Jeremy, please tell us a little bit about yourself and indeed your company history.
Sure. So my name's Jeremy Hague. I'm based in Melbourne, Australia, and we've got a company that makes extras or software add-ons for Skype. We've been going for nearly 5 years now, since before Skype was bought by eBay and later sold by eBay. So we've got a audio call recording product called Vodburner. Product which links Microsoft Outlook and Skype together. That's called Skylook. And the new product which we're going to talk about today, which is Vodburner.
So where does Vodburner take us that Skylook and Coolburner didn't before?
So Vodburner is all about video, and Skype video has exploded in the last, really the last year or two, well, since Skype version 4, and they had a whopping big video button in there to easily launch video calls. And also with laptops now, but all of them have webcams in the screens. Video calling on Skype is huge, and Skype say it's on 30 to 40% of all Skype calls now. There's video on those calls as well. So we had the Coolburner product, which is the audio recording one, and Skylook, which is the Microsoft Outlook and Skype one, and we thought, well, we should really offer a video recording product and editing product, and that's essentially where Vodburner came from.
So who is Vodburner aimed at? Is it just for interviewers like me who would like to use video as well as audio, or are there other applications for this software as well?
So it's essentially, it's sort of mainly used for people doing interviews like this, where they want to share the conversation, upload it to YouTube, export it to ASF, and then do what you want with the file. But we also have a lot of people using it in more of a private sense. So if you want to, you're traveling and you want to, see your son and read them a storybook or something from the other side of the world before they go to bed, you can use Vodburner to record that, and you don't have to put it up on YouTube or share it out in a public sense. So it will save all your Skype calls or your video calls on your local hard drive, and then you can go and play those back later for the more personal calls.
So what can you do with the video editing software which you say is included, and how easy is the interface to use for those who aren't used to video editing at all?
So the idea with the editing, which we call the post-production console, is you've recorded the call, and that essentially gives you this side of the call and the other side of the call. Now when you're trying to watch that back, it's not really that useful. So the post-production console, you can go in and say you might be talking at the start, so you can have the camera just on your face, and then you can set the camera to go on the other person's face when they're talking, and then you can have it so it's like side by side, which you would see like on the 6 o'clock news, that sort of thing. So we wanted to make that's all included with Vodburner, and you can easily go in there and change the way that you want the video to play back. It's very graphical. We use a timeline in there, which you would expect to see in a video editing application, and it's quite visual. We call the transitions. That's the point in time where the video changes, and that's shown with coloured bars, which you can easily go in there and move. And by the way, Vodburner will actually automatically work out where to change the cameras based on who's talking, but sometimes you might want to go in and change that to be a little bit more precise, or keep the point of view for a bit longer or shorter, or whatever you require.
So basically you do a conversation in video form like we are doing now using your product. It's recorded it to the hard drive, and then it will come up at the message at the end to say you can now edit the video if you so wish. You go into a new area that is more of a graphical thing than an overly technical area. and
Yes.
it'll make a version of it automatically all by itself based on who is talking about which angle to use of the options.
Exactly, that's right.
Or you can do it manually as well if you want to tweak, and many of us like to tweak.
Yeah, so you can tweak it. You can add in captions, so you can put text overlay in the video. So you might want to say, put the person's name or their title or the company they work for. So you can put all those sorts of things in there with captioning. You can go in and delete parts of the video, which you may want to. You might have a little bit of time before the interview starts. You want to get rid of that content or these sorts of things. You can do in the post-production console. And that really, they sort of dovetail together nicely, because once you've recorded with Vodburner, there's an option immediately to go into the post-production console. There's how-to articles and all this information on vodburner.com. That's vodburner.com, where you can see screenshots of what the console looks like and all that. But it's designed so it's essentially a recording product and then an editing product. And then from there you can upload directly to YouTube from within Vodburner itself. You just put your YouTube credentials straight in, or you can export it to a file and then upload it, or do what you want with it.
So it's pretty powerful software. This isn't just recording your video and your audio. It's actually giving you the ability to edit as well and then publish it straight to YouTube from the same software. Yeah, it's free to use. Where's the catch? That doesn't sound right to me.
It's very free-ish, and that's a sort of not really a word, I guess. But
free-ish. Oh, that's treading on the sidelines a bit there. Explain.
So what happens? So you get a 30-day trial, and everything works. After 30 days, it puts a watermark in the videos, and it's a watermark that's the Vodburner logo. Now, if you want to get rid of the watermark, it's $9.95 US a month, and that's a subscription arrangement. So if you want to keep using it, you keep all the features in the free version. So if you want to just keep using it and the watermark doesn't bother you, we're more than happy for you to keep using it. But if you're doing sort of professional grade videos that you want to share and you don't want to have the watermark in there, then it's fairly inexpensive. We wanted to go with a subscription model because in the global downturn and the way things are economically at the moment, we thought that the subscription model is very accessible by everybody, and it's quite simple. It's one price, it's that much a month, and that gives you the watermark free.
So Vodburner is still very young in its life. So what can we expect in the future?
Well, what you're going to see in the future with Vodburner is more capability on the recording side. So smoother recording, more performance optimization, so it will pick up exactly what you see on Skype, which we're pretty much there with that now. It has a low footprint on the Skype call itself, but we're always trying to refine that so it works with slower PCs and that sort of thing. And then there will be more features in the post-production console. So we're working on some new stuff at the moment, which is going to be really cool, with how you can take the two separate videos, two separate streams, and then make a really professional looking video, which you could put up on your site or on YouTube or whatever.
Now, I should probably point out that I live in the United Kingdom. You live in Australia, and actually the video quality is holding up very well. This is nothing to do with Vodburner as such, but it's worth pointing out, just if you do see any glitches in the video, it's actually the transmission through Skype, but actually it's very good. So thank you for joining me. Well, we are
on the opposite side of the world, I guess, so it's got to travel a fair way.
Exactly. Big corporations have problems with satellite transmission, so over Skype and a home situation, I think we're doing pretty well. Thanks for joining me on my very first vodcast.
Thanks a lot for having me on the show.